Greetings, everyone. This is I'm Right.
I'm right.
And I'm Jill Cox Cordova.
I am Anthony Cordova.
It's a beautiful day. We should go walking.
We should go walking, but not today. You have work to do.
But I like to walk. Walking is good for my brain and my creativity.
I didn't used to like to walk, but I used to not like to walk.
I know.
Like to walk.
I know. And you certainly wouldn't walk with me.
But now I like it now. Just haven't had the time to do it.
I know. Same here.
So we'll get back to it.
After I get my work done.
Because I've been working out.
Yes, you have.
My upper body looks
I do every
really,
now and then, but
really
not
good.
consistently.
I'm starting to look hot again.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
I just need to get rid of my midsection, and I'll do that with walking and riding a bike. But the rest is starting to look good.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't want to get you too excited, Jill. So what are we doing today?
This week, we are talking about when you're attracted to a stranger. It's part of a segment that we call
Stand by Your Stance.
Well, I know that listeners, they're used to us being together because we've been together for a long time.
Forever.
But at one point, we were total strangers.
We were total strangers. Yes, we were.
And after the first time of your seeing and hearing me, you told your brother, her name is Jill, and I'm going to date her.
I said, yes. I said, her name is Jill. I'm going to meet her and I'm going to date her. And he said to me, well, doesn't she have a choice in that? And I said, no.
Yes, I did.
No,
yes, I did.
She doesn't have a choice.
Your brother is smart. He
knew.
She
doesn't have a choice.
He knew.
Hey, what happened? You tell me what happened.
I had a choice.
And what was your choice?
To meet you and date you.
All right, then. See, so I said it would happen. I said it was going to happen, and it happened. But anyway, the thing about dating is strangers, because it's like stranger danger, stranger danger,
right.
Stranger danger.
That's right. And when at that time I had gone through a couple of stalkers.
Yeah.
So how did you set yourself apart? What was your strategy? Did you have a strategy?
Well, yes, I did have a strategy. I learned something over the years, being that I was on the road for so many years. If you are a stranger, and I don't know if this goes both ways, but if you're a male and you want to meet a female and you're a stranger, and we're talking about in a regular setting, like either they work in a restaurant or a bookstore, in your case, someplace you frequent often, you need to establish yourself as a regular first.
Yes, and having worked in a bookstore, and I suspect that people who work in restaurants do the same thing. When you start, the whole company, the whole business starts to know who the regulars are, and they talk about them.
Yes. So, but it takes, when you establish yourself, and this works for whether you're male or female, gay or straight. It doesn't matter. It applies to everyone. You can take some of that stranger danger, mentality out of it when you do establish yourself as a regular. So if you see someone,
a regular that everybody likes. So for example, at the bookstore, we had another regular, and we all were on alert to call the police
if that regular
because he
in.
Seemed like a pervert or a pedophile.
Yeah. So that's how I was able to meet you when you weren't afraid of me. I came in every week.
I was never afraid of you.
And maybe I needed to be afraid of you. Anyway, but that softens the blow. If the first time I met you, if I had asked you out, you just would have said no.
That's absolutely right.
No, you would have said
no. I don't know you.
Right.
I don't know you.
So you establish yourself.
I don't know your life.
Right. So if and again, it doesn't matter whether you're male, female, gay, straight, trans, it doesn't matter. If you go to your favorite coffee shop and you see one of the employees there and they don't have a ring, doesn't seem like they have in a relationship. How would you know that? I don't know, um but you're really attracted to this person and you don't know why. Maybe you do know why. Maybe it's their voice. Maybe it's the way they look. Maybe it's their tattoos. It could be anything. Maybe it's the way they dress, but you have an attraction to this person. First, you do need to establish yourself as a regular, somebody that's not a threat, someone that's not crazy.
Right. Someone that's not a stalker.
And someone that's not a stalker. You have to do that first. So they need to get to know you on a slow basis, not fast. Just kind of slowly. So if you go in there every day, it's easier to establish that. But
you didn't come in every day.
I said it's easier to establish that if you go in every day. It doesn't take as long. But if you only come in once a week, it takes a little bit longer to establish that. But you can just start.
I think I might have been afraid of you if you'd come in every day. Like, why are you here again? What's up with you?
I'm talking about a coffee shop. People go into coffee shops.
Well, that's true.
Every day.
That's true.
Or donut shop or whatever. But that's when you can start. Just making pleasant. Oh, how are you today? And sound genuine, because people aren't.
You mean wait for the answer?
Wait for the answer.
Listen for the answer. Listen.
And
listen.
And look them in the eye.
Oh, yes, definitely. If your eyes are shifty.
Yeah. Look them. Gotta have eye contact.
Yes.
Eye contact.
Yes. That's like Liar 101. If
Yes.
your eyes are shifty, what are you hiding?
Yes. And if it's a place that you're allowed to give them a tip them well.
But you can't buy people.
No. The reason you tip well is because then they remember you. You're a good tipper. So tip them well, decent. Not like don't give them a 50% tip, but give them a 20-25% tip. Every time you go in, that helps.
But from my perspective, anytime someone. Well, at the bookstore, we weren't tipped. But if you tried to flaunt to me your money, it always made me feel like you thought that person thought they could buy me. And
no,
I can't be bought.
No, this isn't about buying. This is showing, I appreciate
I'm just
the
saying
service
sometimes from a female perspective.
Yeah, no.
That is what we think.
Giving a tip, a 20% tip is average now. You give a person a 20-25% tip, it's not seen out of the blue. You appreciate them. That's all. I appreciate the work you do, and all of that. Because if you give this person a 10% tip or no tip every time you go in,
oh yeah,
they're immediately not going to like you. You're cheap.
You're cheap. Yo, you were cheap.
Exactly.
So what kind of tip would you have given me if you could have in the bookstore?
Average tip. A little
average.
Yeah, a little bit.
I was above average. Thank you very much.
I know. I went to your register and you took like 20 minutes to.
The first time I was new.
You took me
I was new that time.
No, but if it was a tip, I would give you probably a little more than 20%.
Okay.
Probably, yeah.
Nice to know.
Something like that.
Okay.
But people just don't meet in restaurants or in a customer.
Well, what should the conversation be? Like what's the conversation?
Well, conversations are different on whether you're talking about is the male the pursuer or who's the pursuer in this. Maybe you're the person that works in the restaurant and you see a customer you like. How do you handle that? So there's so many different types of situations. So it's not one size fits all. Okay.
Yes, I would agree with that.
Okay. So it depends. You're asking what I would say, but it would depend.
Well, what did you say? Listeners don't always know what our conversations were back then. What did you say to me when you did? we've established that you were always in my line. So what did you say to make me not feel threatened by you?
Actually, I just was pleasant. Hello, how are you, Jill?
Yes, you always said my name.
That's
yes.
the other thing. If it's that type of setting, usually employees have a name tag. Use it. You can read the name tag and use it. That will also set you apart from other customers if you are a customer.
Yes. And that's how I knew your name, because as part of my job, I needed to ask you your email address, and your email address includes your name. So that's how I knew your name.
Yeah. So little things like that. Show interest, respect.
Respect is a big one.
Respect.
Yeah, yes, because you never, if I recall correctly, every time you were in my line, you didn't say anything. You definitely didn't say anything about I'm attracted to you. You didn't come across that way.
I'm glad you brought that up. Okay.
Uh-oh.
So
am I glad I brought that up?
When you meet somebody, if there's someone you want to meet and they are really, really attractive, but that might not be the only reason you want to meet them. Maybe they're a musician and you like the way they played their music or sang. Okay. So whenever a person is like really, really attractive, they know they're attractive. People tell them all the time. So they know this. So they don't need you to tell them they're attractive. They hear it all the time.
Who says attractive people don't like compliments?
Oh, listen, but they hear it all the time. If the first thing they hear out of the person's mouth is, "Oh, you're so pretty. Oh, you're so handsome. Oh, I love your hair. Oh, I love," you get tired of hearing it.
I don't know if that's true.
Oh, yes. No, they get tired of hearing it as a first line.
Oh, sure. Yes.
So you never use it as a first line. Again, whether you're male, female, gay, straight, it doesn't matter. Don't use that first, even if that's what you think. Don't use that. Find something else to compliment them on.
I don't recall you ever complimenting me when I worked at the bookstore.
I did.
Did you ever compliment me?
Not while you were in the bookstore, but later.
So what did you say?
When?
When you came to the bookstore.
I said, "Ring my stuff up."
No, you didn't. Oh, yes. That would have gone over very well with me.
Well, it's funny. You keep going back to us, but I'm trying to help some of our single people out there. And you keep going back to our situation.
Yes, I want you to personalize it.
Well, actually.
Personalize your advice.
Actually, with you, Jill, I didn't, I did not tell you were so pretty, but I did believe you were very pretty. I did like that, but I didn't tell you that.
No, you didn't.
And
a lot of people tell me they like my hair. You never said that either.
I didn't tell you that either. I didn't, although I did really love your voice, and that's the first thing I was attracted to.
Didn't tell me that either.
I didn't tell you that either. But really, Jill, you were the aggressor in this.
I didn't pursue you.
Oh, but you did. You were the aggressor.
No, I was not.
You were. See, listeners, as Jill can tell you, that I don't know when someone is flirting with me.
Now you're trying to say I was flirting with you?
You absolutely were.
No, I wasn't. I was trying to get to know you because you were a regular.
I was a regular.
Like, let me find out what's going on with this regular.
You don't.
And the best way for me to find out anything about anybody is to ask them.
Yeah. So you asked me a lot of questions.
Yes, I did.
Yeah. So
absolutely did.
So see, listeners,
because that's what I do.
Listeners, that was Jill's strategy.
That was not my strategy.
To get to know me.
I did want to get to know you because you were a regular.
Not just because I was a regular.
That is because. No, why? No. I wasn't really sure that you were attracted to me until you asked me would I be there the night of the music.
Well, as you know, Jill, and we have to stop talking about us. But
our whole podcast is based on us.
I'm trying to help the single people. Okay? Their situations are going to be different.
Maybe, maybe not.
But no, Jill, I would be in line in the bookstore every week, and I would let people go ahead of me, so you could wait on me. Okay.
Yes.
But so I got to watch you for a while and how you handled the other customers.
Okay.
I never, ever, ever heard you ask another customer whether they could sing.
Because my other customers didn't buy music every single time that I saw them. And so I was trying to understand why you came to a bookstore to buy music every single week.
I did.
So I thought there must be a bigger connection to music than just a lover of music. So I asked you questions.
Were interested in me, so you asked me questions. So that's okay. You know, we're together now. You got what you wanted. Okay, I'm here. It's all worked out.
I didn't ask you out on a date.
It's all worked out. But let's
I did not chase you. You came to my workplace.
Let's get off of you and I. You know, let's change. So let's say another public setting.
Okay.
Let's say it's a park.
Okay.
So where there's a park, it's like a even playing ground.
Is it?
Well, not really. Nothing's really even in this world, but it's not an employee and customer relationship.
Yes.
So it's just two people that are
in the park. Okay.
So this
and in the scenario are the two people with other people, or are they by themselves?
They could be by themselves, or they could be with friends. I don't know.
Okay.
It actually doesn't matter that much.
Actually, it does, because if someone is with their friends, they act a certain way.
Yeah, but still, we're talking about just meeting somebody you see.
So you're just walking around the park.
You're walking around, maybe,
and you see someone you're attracted to.
Maybe,
or you might do a double take.
Exactly.
Okay.
And it seems that they're alone, but maybe they're exercising.
Okay.
Maybe you exercise at the park.
Okay.
So maybe that's what you do also. So the way to start these conversations are like, you don't say, "Oh, your pecs are great," or you don't do any of that.
Do people actually say that?
Some people do.
To strangers?
Yes.
Mm.
Yes. People say that all the time.
I've never said that.
I've heard it a lot.
To you?
Yes.
Oh.
I've heard a lot. Well, how do you get your arms like that?
Okay. Well, that's different. Different than saying, "Wow, look at your pecs."
Well, people that lift and stuff all the time, and they're bodybuilders, they will say things like that when they see someone else that they can tell they lift weights or something else.
Okay.
They will be very specific in what they see.
Okay.
And that's where the compliments are coming from. They don't say, "Oh, your face is great." They talk about your muscles.
Okay. Okay.
So, but if you see someone else, working out, and that you work out also, that's why you go to the park, that is a conversation starter right there.
Maybe, but I'm also, as you know, when not to bring it back to us, but I'm using us as an example.
Mm-hmm.
When I used to walk every day.
Yeah, you had a scary look that you
because if I'm just walking with my dog, which I was at the time, some people would actually pull their cars on the sidewalk and block my path. That is not the way to make me talk to you. In fact, that's scary.
That is definitely not the way. See, I'm not telling anyone to do that.
But I'm saying is that you still have to be careful, even if you find, hey, I walk too, and you're at the same place.
But again, a lot of the things
some people don't want to be bothered when they're working out.
Some people don't want to be bothered. But if this is a place you frequent often, you can actually, if you go to the park, and every time you go at the park, they're at the park. You go to the park, they're at the park, and they're always alone. You're always alone. Yeah, you get a chance to say, "Oh, did they have a ring? Oh, there's no ring." Okay,
but that still doesn't mean they want you to talk to them.
If they don't want you to talk to them, they will say, you will see their body language that will tell you they're not
See,
interested.
that's what I wanted you to say.
Why didn't you just say that?
Because I wanted you to say it, since you were bringing up this example of you have to watch for signs of whether someone wants to be approached or not.
Yes, absolutely.
So maybe they're not married, but maybe they don't want to talk to you.
Maybe they don't want to talk, but maybe they do. Maybe they're a person that usually talks to no one. But on this case, they talk.
What would make them change?
Something special about that person. Maybe they have seen them at the park also. So they've seen each other at the park and never spoke to each other. Maybe they started wondering about each other. Maybe they had an attraction to each other.
It's all about looking for the signs.
Yes, but you have to look for the signs. But you also have to speak. Eventually, you have to speak. You have to say something, make some type of connection. Either a connection's going to be there or it's not. You can start speaking to someone and you can realize, oh no. I can't do it. Even though, you've seen the person, you say, oh, they're really attractive and they're really in good shape. Oh, I'd like to get to know them. But as soon as they open their mouth, no. Or something as simple as you go over to talk to them and then you start talking to them and then they pick their nose. Oh. Then you say, nah, can't live with that. So, but you'll never know unless you start some type of conversation.
So far we've been talking about if you see someone regularly in a public place. Mm-hmm. But what if you're in a park and it's the first time you've ever been to the park, you don't know if that person is a regular or not, but you're automatically attracted to this stranger. Do you say something then, or you wait to see if you will ever see them again? What if that's your only chance to talk to them? What if that is your
only chance? Well, people may not believe this, but I'm going to put it out there. Sometimes levels of attraction sometimes there's a little level, sometimes it's like enormous. And you like, I was a shy kid. I know people don't believe this, but I was a shy kid, right?
Okay.
But if I saw a girl, and I'm saying girl because I might have been, 10, 11, 12 years old. But if I saw a girl that I really liked, even though I was shy, my shyness went away. It was gone. There was no shyness.
Really?
Gone. Yes, my shyness was gone.
You could be a case study.
Because of that level of attraction, I had a level of attraction that made me overcome my shyness in that moment.
Like, oh my goodness, I have to speak to her.
Exactly. So you have to be in touch with yourself to realize, oh, I just have to do this. It may work, it may not work.
So when you approached her after having this feeling, you didn't say, I just had to come talk to you?
No.
You didn't say that, did you?
No.
Good.
No, just
you're smoother than that.
Just right? Start, even as a kid, I just start a conversation. So just start a conversation.
With?
It depends what a person is doing, where they're at, and what their interests may be. Now, again, I use the park situation because if you always see them running, they like to run, or they're in health, they have good health and all of that. That's a conversation starter. It's not mindless conversation like the weather is great. You can say, hey, I see you're running. The person will say, yeah, I'm running. Duh. You say, yeah, but I wanted to ask you about such and such, such and such. Maybe you're new to town. Are there other places? What other things are going on? Are there any marathons? This and
but
that.
But you're saying after the run, right? Like you're not going to interrupt their run to ask them this
No,
question.
You're not going to stop when they stop. They're stretching or before they start, whatever it is. You have to be respectful of people. If you're annoying them, they are not going to be receptive to you talking to them.
That's true. Or if you're just staring at them.
Yeah, that's creepy.
It is creepy. It's like, are you staring at me? Like, what are you staring at? And then, like they want you to see that they're staring at you.
Yeah.
But that doesn't go over well.
That's
I don't think, for the most part, that doesn't go over well.
It scares me too.
Yes.
It's happened to me quite often.
Yes.
And it set me a little uneasy.
Yes, definitely.
So we're just running out of time here. We didn't get to the crux of everything.
Well, let's get to our second segment that we call
Give It a Rest and a Resolution.
Is this where you want to bring the crux up?
I don't have enough time. Not enough time.
Well, what's your conclusion about when you're attracted to a stranger?
Well, my real conclusion is when you are attracted to a stranger, and whether you feel that attraction is so strong that you have to say something now, or that you can, spend time to, before you approach them, either way, be respectful. Be respectful. Don't be creepy. And don't compliment them on things that everyone else compliments them about. Compliment them on something else.
Okay. Well, my conclusion about when you're attracted to a stranger is that, hey, it can lead to marriage just like it did with us.
Yes, it can.
It can.
Well, yes, it can lead to finding your soulmate.
Yes. Well, let's get to our third segment that we call
I'm trying to help you.
Do you have advice?
Do you have advice, Jill?
My advice is I still think there are strategies to meeting someone, but when you find yourself thinking of what that strategy is, chances are you really find this person special. Like I didn't have I've dated people, but I didn't always have a strategy. The only time I've had a strategy is with you. So therefore it says something about you.
I was worth a strategy.
You were worth a strategy.
Okay, what do I have?
Yes.
Life is short.
That it is.
Don't let someone pass you by that could possibly change your life for the better.
But if they say they don't want to be bothered, respect that.
Yes, respect them. Above
don't
all,
force yourself.
Respect a person, respect boundaries and all of that.
Yes.
But don't be so afraid to put yourself out there that you never find what it is you're looking for.
That's great advice.
All right. Is it time to wrap this up, Jill, or what? We got one more segment?
Yes.
Woohoo!
Time for our fourth segment that we call
So, what do you think? What do you think?
Because I'm right.
Because I'm right.
That number is
404-594-2247. We'd love to hear from you.
Yes. And again, you can leave a text or a voicemail message by calling that number. Or you could leave a written comment on our site, which is jillcoxcordova.com.
Yeah, the writers will do that. We have a lot of writers
we do.
in our audience.
That's funny that you say that because they are the ones that write.
That's right.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. All right. Well, that wraps this segment up. Shout out to Gifford Ivan Cordova III for the music, Nick Zinke for the art, and to you two listeners. You've been listening to I'm Right.
I'm Right.
I'm Jill Cox Cordova.
I'm Anthony Cordova.
That's it for me.
That's it for you? All right. Well, I love you all if Jill doesn't. So
working on it.
She's working on it. All right. Take care.
All right. Bye.
Bye-bye.